A hospital there. One of the survivors of the marathon bombing, Heather Abbott, is speaking for the very first time. Let's listen in.
I'm planning to go to Spalding for rehabilitation.
Next question, yes, Allie.
Hi, Heather. Could you talk a little bit about that process of seeing your...
So the question is, could you talk a little bit about the decision-making process to amputate?
Dr. Blumen kind of gave me the rundown, as did several other doctors, on the choice I had. And basically, it was whether to keep my leg, my foot actually is where the injury occurred, or to amputate sort of below the knee. And it certainly was a difficult decision, but when I weighed the pros and cons, I think this was the best option for me. Dr. Blumen had explained to me that if I kept my foot, it was very badly mangled. It would probably, most likely, never fully heal or be functional. It would likely be shorter. One of my legs would likely be shorter than the other. And I wouldn't be able to live the lifestyle that I did prior to the injury. So although the prosthetic is going to be something that I'll have to get used to, I think I have a better chance of living my life the way I used to with that.
So the question is, what are some of the things you're hoping to do in the coming months and the coming years?
In the coming months, probably not much other than walking. I talked to somebody yesterday, actually. One of the doctors came in to see me. He was asking me what kind of activities I do. And I told him that I like to run. I like to do Zumba classes, aerobics classes, that sort of thing. And I told him about plans I had this summer to do yoga paddleboarding. And that I was kind of disappointed that I wouldn't be able to do it this year. Some friends and I had wanted to sign up for it. And he said, "You'll be doing it next year. Don't worry about it." So I'm not too worried that I won't be able to maintain the same type of lifestyle.
Yes, right here. So the question to Heather is, curious what you're thinking about the suspect and what you're thinking about the remaining suspect.
I honestly, it's funny, I've been asked that question before, and I haven't thought much about them at all. I don't even know how to pronounce their names. I haven't watched TV since the incident. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of helping me get through this, to just focus on my recovery and how to proceed with my life. I'm sure at some point I will be interested in the details and have an opinion about the individuals that did this, but I just haven't let my mind go there at all.
Yes, right here.
Heather, could you get back to talking about the decision process? Could you talk about your emotions during that? And did you reach a point where you just had to decide, I'm going to do this and not look back?
Yeah.
So let me just repeat the question. Sorry, Heather, for the people listening online. So the question was, can you talk a little bit about the emotion around the decision for amputation? And did you reach a point where you just made the decision and decided you wouldn't look back?
I guess that's what I did. As I said to myself, I need to make a decision, and the best case scenario seems to be to have the amputation. As unlikely as that sounded, I didn't think that would be what I would be saying to myself, but it really was. So I just went with that decision. I had a lot of people who supported it. In fact, I didn't have any doctors or friends or family who said they thought I was making a mistake. So it was a decision that I almost felt like I didn't have a choice. It was what I really needed to do. I just tried not to think about it too much as I was going into the operating room, that when I was going to come out, I wasn't going to have a whole leg anymore. And it's been, difficult. But I know that, it's going to only be difficult for a short period of time, and eventually things will get better.